Should America send F-16s?
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in, but I support what the president is doing. I think what he did was outrageous, not only for the people of Ukraine and all the destruction, not only for the thousands and tens of thousands of soldiers who have been dying. We need a world now, if we're going to combat climate change, if we're going to combat future pandemics, we need a world to come together. And has radically disrupted that, and that is a real tragedy. But I think at the end of the day, the United States cannot sit back and allow aggression to go unresponded to.
I've talked about the incredible run in 2016. Pappy Don, of course, from the populist right, and then Bernie Sanders represented, whether it was fake or not, he was the face. He represented the populist left. I don't care if he was fake or not. Pappy could be fake too. Who knows? But the people behind those movements were real. So real that when Hillary won out in the primary, there were quite a few, mostly males, but Bernie bros that went from Bernie to Trump. And the left needs a new face. It's very important to have a face for your movement. I mean, most people don't know what's going on. You need a rallying cry. MAGA, obviously, that's the strength of Pappy, is that he's the face of it. And that's the problem people are having with DeSantis is, you can like DeSantis not, but he's not the face of MAGA. It never will be. Not against him. He's been great in Florida, but you understand what I mean.
Donald J. Trump is not simply a leader of a political party. He is not a politician. He is a leader of the most powerful political movement in American history.
So the populist right has a face, and they're going to have to pass that down. I think Carrie Lake is the next face, but I don't know. That's going to be up to whoever. I don't know if it's Matt Gaetz or whatever. You're going to need a face of the movement, and the left needs a new face. I know we're well beyond 2016. 2020 was not as magical, even though it was still kind of a good feeling with Bernie. They need a new face. Bernie's still the face of the left. AOC is not the face. It's still Bernie more than her. And so many people rose up out of the Bernie movement in 2016 to see what he's become or what he might have always been is very, very sad.
Should America send F-16s?
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in, but I support what the president is doing. I think what Putin did was outrageous.
My nigga, she asked if America should send F-16s.
Should America send F-16s?
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in.
What did you say, nigga?
If you're a populist, the answer should be hell no, period, right away. Notice he can't do that. He kind of did a little side shuffle like, whoop, I'm not going to answer that. Bernie Sanders, the face of the left.
Should America send F-16s?
Very specific question. Should America send F-16s? That's the question. So you asked me, should America send? No. You don't need to even finish the question. No.
Should America send F-16s?
Look at him. This is embarrassing.
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in.
You're 1 out of 100. So number one, you didn't say no right away. Number two, it's not something I'm heavily involved with. What?
Should America send F-16s?
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in, but
What? Why?
I support what the president is doing. I think what Putin did was outrageous.
So then after that, he says, I support what the president's doing. What I do on Twitter a lot is translate what people say because they're just afraid to say it. What that means is I support war. That's what that means. He doesn't want to say, I support war. He says, so I support what the president's doing.
Not only for the people of the Ukraine and all the destruction, not only for the thousands and tens of thousands of soldiers who have been dying. We need a world now, if we're going to combat climate change, if we're going to combat
climate. What the hell are you talking about? She asked if we should send F-16s, and now he's talking about climate.
Future pandemics. We need a world to come together. And has radically disrupted that, and that is a real tragedy.
So we need a world that comes together. Then why don't you come to the table and talk and figure it out? That's how you come together as a world. His idea for coming together as a world is to promote war. Bernie Sanders.
But I think at the end of the day, the United States cannot sit back and allow aggression to go unresponded to.
Should America send F-16s?
It's not an issue that I've been heavily involved in, but
You can't have a movement if there's no face. Somebody, my friends on the populist left, many people who are kind of all over the place, kind of like myself. I like the populist left a lot. Anybody tell me, who is the new face of the populist left?
Just the beginning, it usually starts. Ain't no more thinking, we just using the heart. No education, and I'm new to these smarts. Experience is where the fusion it sparks. I'm leaving a mark on all of the planet. I gave you art that's more solid than granite. I can't stand it when the fake's on arrival. No more rivals or idols, only the strong survival. I'm built for this hit, you know that we lastin'. Hold it down in the spot like a buckle that's fastened. Ain't no crashing. Come along for the ride, more than a rental car. Cause you know I got drive, I'm trying to go there.